Oh, yeah. Is it Tuesday night already? Is it time for yet another episode of I almost just called it the Bad Batch again. Damn it! Is it time for yet another episode of the Acolyte? Acolyte episode 4. Wow. Okay, so we got 15 minutes, so let's dive into this. Final predictions for this Acolyte show. Let's hear it. We got 15 minutes till showtime. I need to hear your final predictions for this 4th episode. Are we going to see Kelnacca die? Are we going to see Plo Koon in tonight's episode? And do you think we will finally see this fight between the 8 Jedi and our Darth Zipperface in the forest of Kofar? What do we think, chat? How we doing on this fine Tuesday night? Tuesday night. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday night? Let me open up the chat, see what you guys are talking about. 2:45 a.m. Let's go. I appreciate you being here, Nick. That is commitment right there. Tiffany, how we doing? Nick, what's up? Brady, how we doing? Richard Phillips in the house. Matt Murray, what's up? Darth Conan, what's up? Starship 66, Darkside G 0805, what's up? How we doing? Brandon, what's up? Dominic, how we doing? Lucas, what is up? Sony in the house. Call me Matrix Rabbit, what's up? King Shadow, how we doing? Okay, I think I hit everybody. If I missed you, just yell at me in the chat. Dominic, what's up? B-Man, how we doing? Happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Tuesday for me. Happy Tuesday indeed. All right, we got an episode in about 13 minutes, so I want to hear your craziest, and I mean craziest, predictions for this 4th episode of The Acolyte. We are going back to the real time, I think, unless you guys think we're going to get flashbacks. I think we're going to current day Acolyte, see May and Qimir on their way to Kofar, and we're going to get to see what goes down on Kofar, and maybe even seeing Coruscant again tonight too. Tiffany says, hi, Mike. Unfortunately, had to miss the live stream earlier, but I'm here and so ready for episode 4. Don't worry about it, Tiffany. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate that, Darth Conan, too, and I fully understand where you're coming from. I fully get it. It's kind of the reason I created this channel in the first place. Oh, yeah. Personally, I lost hope in it. The only hope is for a Plo Koon or Yoda cameo. What are you talking about? Oh, if you go to Ahsoka episode 5 at 26:17, you notice that Anakin's ghost or figure is in the left corner as he disappears. And I believe you can see an old Ben's face at the top. I noticed it today. If that's true, Darth Conan, that's absolutely insane. That's wild. So Sony says, I'm glad there are some positive vibes here without all the toxic trash from the crybabies online. It is hard to find a place where there's not many toxic crybabies, as you said. Indeed. Matt said, we will see somehow Palpatine in the past. Yes. Now we're talking. No, we definitely won't be, but I appreciate it. I won't be contributing to these predictions as I got spoiled by somebody who saw the episode early. That blows. Yeah, if you know any spoilers, obviously don't tell them in the chat. Be respectful, but I appreciate it. Episode 4, a new cringe. Nice. No stupid witchcraft, please. Interesting. I don't think we'll be seeing the witches tonight anyway. All right, let me start up a poll right now. We did this one earlier in the live stream, but I got to know. Trent, what's up? All right, guys, what do we think? Final time. Will Kelnacca die tonight? Yes or no? What do we think? The Wookiee Jedi, May and Qimir, are currently on their way to go kill him. Will he die? Will he die? What do we think? Oh, what the hell? I was a Gen Xer who had to wait 16 years without any content. I'm happy with all of it. Thanks for your insight and critiques. I appreciate that. Yeah, that must have sucked. Being somebody who was born in 2002, I'm very grateful for the amount of Star Wars content we get on a regular basis. 16 years without Star Wars content must have been a disaster. From 1983 to 1999 must have been the longest 16 years of your life. Now it feels like 16 days without Star Wars content and I want to rip my hair out. Brady says, Here's a crazy prediction. General Grievous shows up on Kofar and says hello there. That is a crazy prediction, but I'm looking for some more actual real predictions. Like, will Kelnacca die? Will Plo Koon be in the episode? We're talking about that kind of stuff, you know? Jason Drew says, I want it to be good. I doubt it will be, but if R2-D2... Oh my god. Yes. I would have to agree with that, but I do want it to be good as well. Kay, what's up? How we doing? Pam Hill, how we doing? I'm in 02? Really? In 02 too? Bear says, how much longer till the episode is live for CTS? Is that Central Time? It's live in 9 minutes everywhere around the world. So whatever 9 minutes is for you, whatever time that may be. I have a feeling that we will see Vanestra in this episode. Interesting. We see Vanestra Rowe with the laser whip in the trailer, and we actually have no idea when that scene is going to take place. So, could be. Could be tonight. Could be. We are going to get introduced to our new character that we were talking about earlier on the stream named Basil. I'm sure it's not going to be pronounced Basil, but this is our new character here. Let's take a look. This is our new character coming in tonight's episode, I believe. And his name is Basil. Or at least it reads Basil. So, inside the Acolyte creature shop, meet Basil, the Tynan tracker. Sure. Since we got all these cool things, cool creatures and aliens in the Acolyte show, that's one of the things they've done best so far. This is our boy. He looks like he looks like something. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that face. 8 minutes? Okay. Okay. It'd be really cool to see Vanestra with the light whip. That would be cool to see tonight, but I actually think they'll be holding that off until the back half of the season. I'm more intrigued on what's behind him in this scene, because they're on Kofar. That's Yord obviously talking to him. What's behind him? Is that like his home or something? He kind of reminds me of Creel, from The Mandalorian Season 1. Just a tad. Just the shape and size of him. He's pretty shocked by something here, and it looks like he's in the forest with the other Jedi looking for Kelnacca. The reason that he's going to be in this episode is because he's a tracker. That's the gist. The Jedi are looking for Kelnacca, and he's going to help them find him. Kelnacca's gone into hiding from the Jedi even, so they have no idea where he is either. The Anzellans? No, the Anzellans are the Babu Fricks of the world. Yeah. Indeed. Adam, what's up? Matt says, all right, Mike, I have to go watch with my brother. I will come back at the end of the episode. Nice. Tell your brother I say hi. I appreciate you. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully you come back very happy and satisfied. Can you imagine if the dark, mysterious Sith Lord is a younger Palpatine working against Plagueis? No, there's no way. It's way too early for Palpatine to be even alive at this time. There's no way. There is no way. But do you guys think we will be seeing Darth Zipperface tonight? This mysterious masked Sith Lord? Will we see him in tonight's episode? I think we will. We haven't seen him since episode 1, and he was only in one scene. So they kind of have to set him up to be this big bad villain dude if we're going to have that. So we got to see him. You don't think Kelnacca will die? Why not? The reason I think Kelnacca will die is because in this trailer... Which trailer is it? Again, there's so many trailers here. I believe it's this one. I believe... Oh, no, it's not that one. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Hang on. Is it this trailer? Should we just watch it anyway? No, it's not this trailer. Unless... But in one of the trailers, we see Jecki using 2 lightsabers to fight against our Darth Zipperface, and one of the lightsabers is Kelnacca's. So either one, he dropped it or lent it out to Jecki, or he died and she picked it up off the ground, which is probably more likely because the Jedi arrive after May and Qimir as they get distracted by going back to Coruscant because of the Jedi's orders. Indeed. I took my son to the first ever Star Wars in '77. The Mandalorian got me interested again. Then Ahsoka, then Bad Batch, and other animation. Now figuring out what books to read. Oh, nice. That's awesome, first of all. And second of all, what books to read. If you want canon, I'd probably start with the Thrawn trilogy. If you want Legends, I'd probably start with the Legends Thrawn Heir to the Empire trilogy. Also, Plagueis is obviously great for Legends. Canon-wise, the Aftermath trilogy is still pretty good. It's still canon. Master and Apprentice, or no? What was Master and Apprentice the one with Anakin? There's a lot of good canon ones too, for sure. For sure. He looks like the one guy from Mando. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Wait, what the hell? Star Wars says I have a few book recommendations. Wait, what the heck is this? Go to channel. You're lying. You're lying. Is that the... What? What? Wait, what is going on right now? What? Wait, what? Wait, is this real life? What is going on? Star Wars is actually in the chat right now? Well, now I gotta know. What's your book recommendation? What the hell? Wait.
This is where the fun begins.
What's the book recommendation? What's the recommendation? I gots to know. I gots to know. No, it's not. I literally checked. I'll share my screen right now. You click on them, go to channel, and it's the freaking Star Wars channel. What the hell's going on right now? What is going on right now? What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands? What's the book recommendation? Rogue One novelization or Timothy Zahn trilogy. Yes. I like it. Rogue One novelization. I like it. And Timothy Zahn trilogy is the one that I said. So boom, there you go. If I say it, Star Wars says it, has to be true. It has to be true. Hang on, Star Wars. You're going to make me miss the show. Hang on. Let's, I got to switch my screen over here on my... Oh, wait. How much time we got? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? 3 minutes. 3 minutes till showtime. Hey, Star Wars, you want to give us some information about tonight's episode? You know? You want to give us some information about tonight's episode? Is Kelnacca going to die? Did you vote on the poll? Is Kelnacca going to die tonight? Is Plo Koon going to be in the episode tonight? And now they're gone quiet. Of course. Okay. Let me, because I got to pull it up on my other screen real quick. Let's do this. Let's do that. 2 minutes. No Plo. Oh. I don't believe you. For some reason, I don't believe that one bit. Nobody believe this fake Star Wars account in the chat. I'm still holding out hope for Plo, but he hang on. You didn't say no about Kelnacca dying. All right, let's pull this up on the other screen here. We got to pull up Disney Plus. All right. Did Star Wars vote in the poll? I can't tell who voted on the poll or not, so I can't tell you. Sadly, it only shows me the results, which right now are 64% of you saying yes, Kelnacca will die tonight. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty wild. All right, let me. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes till showtime. Got any other information? The Jedi that you think Plo Koon is Ithia Pan, played by Barbara Fadden, exclusive. Whoa, I think it's the first time I've told anyone that. Whoa, wow, exclusive right now. The Plo Koon looking Jedi in the Acolyte show is Ithia Pan, played by Barbara Fadden. Wow, that's pretty cool. Are we going to see that tonight? That's my next question. Are we seeing that tonight? In 1 minute? I guess we'll have to wait 1 minute, huh? That's this is like, what the hell's happening right now? This is not at all what I expected for this live watch party. This is absolutely insane. All right, drop your craziest predictions in the chat right now. Final predictions. You have 1 minute. Go. You have 1 minute. Now. Go. 1 minute. All right, let's see. I got Disney Plus pulled up on my other screen here. I'm going to switch my headset real quick, just so you guys can't hear what I'm hearing. Everybody pull up the show. Let's, oh, it's 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. So if you guys don't know how these watch parties work, I pull up this timer thingy here, and we press play together. So there's a timer in the top corner. We press play together, and we watch it through together. Star Wars, thanks for watching with me. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, let's see. Is it out yet? Oh, what the hell? Not The Simpsons. Go back. Oh, yeah, we're getting our boy Basil. 35-minute episode is called Day. Odd. Racing to the next target, the Jedi head to some new world and close blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, ready? Don't skip the recap, okay? Do not skip the recap. Ready? Let's press play together. In 3, 2, 1. Got it? Kelnacca. What have I done? So she's still got to kill one of them without a weapon. Kelnacca time. Go far. Now he's wearing his robes. Not Jedi robes, but robes nonetheless. Shrek Swamp. Nice Wookiee salad. Oh. Back to Coruscant. How are they training at a time like this? Kelnacca's in trouble. Where's Yoda? I don't know. She's no Jedi. May the thread be with you. What's up, Skeletor? finally get to see her ship flying. That thing is so sweet. Hmm. So Qimir found Kelnacca? What? I don't know what to think about this guy. I mean, I think Kelnacca's gonna die. Sakyati Moody? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Oh. So they're not even thinking it's the Sith. True. Hmm. Hmm. Uh oh. Master Soul. Oh, OSHA. Corn dog? What are you talking about, corn dogs? Boom roasted. He collects people? Soul. Something's so off about this guy. Oh, she kind of wanted to join them. See the creature behind her? That's what's his face? Byron from the Bad Batch. Not obviously a different but the same species. That's the truth. Basil. Not gonna explain who the Kel Dor is? Or does Star Wars have to come back into the chat and tell us? Translator. Nice. Sounds like him. Nice. That's awesome. Uh-oh. Who's going to get to Kelnacca first? How the hell does Qimir know how to get around this place? Well, that's where Vanessa Rowe uses her laser whip. Something rotten? Oh, yeah. Touch the creepy creature on the tree. Oh, my. Fantastic. Creepy creatures. That's all we need in this show. What the poop? Not a fan of this forest, not gonna lie. Roly polies on steroids, yeah. It's always an honor to watch somebody die. That's what she just said. It's the opening shot of the trailer. It's a suicide mission. Especially a Wookiee Jedi. Qimir goes away. Interesting. What? What the fuck is going on here? What? What? Uh-oh. So that's why Darth Zipperface shows up on this planet. Oh, it's something. Should just start explaining now. What are you guys talking about with corn dogs? Oh, there's Kelnacca. It almost gives me Battle of Endor, Leia, and Wicket vibes. No way, he's already dead. Or asleep? You're kidding. Okay, now we're talking. And the sun goes down. Domicile. But where is he now? I mean, it's got to be Qimir, right? He senses him. I sense something dark. Oh, fuck. That's creepy as hell. Swear to God, this episode ends right now. Oh, I thought he just stabbed her. You're kidding me. Are you? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. What? What? All right. You know the deal. Rank this episode out of 10. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Are you fucking kidding me? That was insane. That was insane. I kind of want to just rewatch that last 5 minutes again. Or last 2 minutes even. The last 30 seconds even. Oh I'm replaying it without any volume. Hang on. What? Play? What the heck? I guess I'm not. Never mind. It's not working. Okay. Rank it out of 10 in the chat. What do we think? What do we think, chat? Rank it out of 10. Rank that episode out of 10. Let me put up, get rid of this timer here. Get rid of the timer. What do we think, chat? Out of 10. First of all, this poll, do you think Kelnacca will die tonight? About 67% of you were correct. Kelnacca is dead, but not the way that we thought. Not the way that we once thought. This was completely different. Kelnacca died to the Sith apprentice, or the Sith Lord, whatever you want to call him. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Talk about an ending. Talk about a cliffhanger. What do we rank this episode out of 10? Let me put up a poll too here. What did you think of episode 4? Did you love it? Did you like it? Were you like, meh, I mean, it's all right? Or did you hate it? Where are we at, chat? Where are we at? 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 9.7 out of 10, that's very high. 8 out of 10 at least, nice. 9.5 is very high. 7.5, 8, 10, 9, 9, 9, 10, 8, 9, 8, 9.7, 10? Wow, we got some really high scores going here. This is wild. This is wild. All right, 10, 8, 9. All right, right off the bat, I think the ending drastically bumps up this episode. It was a very slow episode for the most part from the beginning. Not slow in a bad way, but like slow, just sort of giving us some more character development with Osha and Jackie, and having actually see Coruscant, and maybe getting a little bit more information about Qimir in those offbeats. I mean, it's got to be Qimir, right? It's got to be. He's the only guy who knew where Kelnacca was. He was already in the forest. He gets tied up by May. He's left there, but then he just is okay. He's gone. It's got to be Qimir, right? Right? I mean, it's got to be. Right? But yeah, if you're just coming in now, which we just got a boatload of people coming in right now, rank this episode out of 10 in the chat. Rank it out of 10. 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Nice. For me, this was better than last week's episode, personally. And now it's kind of, how does it compare to the first 2 episodes? I'm probably around an 8, maybe an 8.5. I'm going to have to rewatch it. That ending really just boosts it quite a bit. It kind of pisses me off because I want to see next week's episode, but that's kind of how you want to feel when it comes to a Star Wars show. But that was insane. That was absolutely insane. Talk about an ending. Let's just break it down for a second, briefly. He comes floating in behind Osha. Floating in behind Osha. Odd. Very odd. Floating in behind Osha. I thought he was just going to straight up kill Osha. Weirdly enough, he didn't. That might be important. Didn't kill Osha. Just absolutely flicks her to the side like it's nothing. Just bloop, bye. Flicks her to the side and then flicks all 8 Jedi Knights, or Jedi Masters, Knights, Padawans, whatever. Flicks all of them back just like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Dooku floated in 2003's Clone Wars, but 2003's Clone Wars is kind of just Legends. They float now? Yeah, they float now. Darth Mary Poppins? Nice. I like that, Mike. Darth Poppins. Wow. I don't even know what to do. Like, should we just go to sleep for the next 6 days so we can see how that battle ends? Like, what is going on? He just straight up killed Kelnacca where he sat in his house, or his crashed ship, I guess. I mean, it's got to be Qimir, right? Tell me in the chat if you think it's Qimir. What do we think, chat? And while you're at it, can I get some good cups follow orders in the chat, please? Bumpa! It's got to be Qimir. I mean, I'm almost 100% sure now. Here's the thing. Going into this episode, I thought it wasn't Qimir. I thought Qimir was going to be this completely different character. It was going to actually just kind of do its own thing and, like, it was going to be a brand new character, probably going to die quickly. It doesn't look like he's dying anytime soon. This guy is freaking overpowered as hell. He came in and just absolutely demolished them in 2 seconds. Now, of course, we're going to see a lot more of that fight in the next episode. Imagine next week's episode is just more flashbacks. We have to wait 2 weeks. I don't even want to put that in the air. Okay, it's Qimir. Definitely Qimir. For sure, seems more like Qimir now. I mean, it could be another twisteroo that it's not Qimir, but it doesn't seem likely that that's the case. Qimir also talked about how bounty hunters aren't able to go through this forest, and yet he did. Probably because he has the dark side of the Force and is able to do so. Look at 2824. Dude is jacked up, not Qimir. Okay, let's see it. Let's see what you guys caught. 2824, you say? All right, let's see it. By the way, right off the bat, 45% of you loved this episode, and that's in the lead right now, which is awesome. That's where we want to be at. Obviously, last week had a lot of controversy about the episode, but that is good to hear. Let's go. 2824, you say? 2824, you say? 2824. I mean, he's not that buff. The only problem is, was Qimir able to sort of transport this helmet with him? That's the biggest question. Did he have this helmet with him? How would he have gotten into this outfit in the first place? He just came here with May. He's wearing a backpack earlier in the episode, right? I mean, one can assume. Is his backpack big enough? Here's the questions that go through my head when I'm making a breakdown, guys. Let's see. His backpack is kind of big. Like there might be a helmet back there somewhere. It's just more of a question of if May sprints to Kelnacca, how does Qimir beat her there when he's tied up and kill Kelnacca before she even gets there? You could say Force speed, which we haven't seen in a long time. Maybe the Force helps you change really quickly. Yes, like a magic trick. Maybe it's misdirection. It could be misdirection. That is obviously a possibility. It could be misdirection for sure. Like we're led to believe that it's Qimir because he was left hanging up there. He knows his way through the forest. And maybe we're led to believe that it's him. But he can fly. He can fly. That's true. Lord of Hunger, what's up, says he just flew there. I don't know if that's kind of how the flying works. We've seen the Force be able to catch people when they fall from a high location. Maybe he's like jumping out of a tree or something. I think that guy's Plo Koon. I guess not. So Star Wars, the Star Wars official YouTube channel came into the chat before the stream. Not before the stream. Before the episode came out and was telling us that this is a new character named Athea Pan, I believe. So that is pretty cool. Shout out to Star Wars for quite a good episode again. And if you want Star Wars, hit me up and send me that episode 5 so I can see the rest of that battle. That would be nice. Just kidding. But wow. So it wasn't Plo Koon. That's a big thing. It wasn't Plo Koon. It had enough of a difference in look and appearance that it wasn't Plo Koon. We also got a tease at what looked to be Ki-Adi-Mundi, and it wasn't him either. But yeah, told you. I know. Everybody's like, told you so. It wasn't Plo Koon. I know. Okay? I know. Lord of Hunger says, the cliffhanger made this episode feel filler. I'm going to be honest. I kind of disagree. Obviously, filler is a very strong word to use with this episode in particular. We got a lot of information about the Jedi in the early parts of this episode on Coruscant. How the High Council can't be involved because already the High Council is fully just corrupted by politics. And if they go to the High Council, then the politics will be involved and they'll have to tell the Senate, and all that's already brought into the thing. So that's probably why we're not going to see Yoda in this series unless we see him for a brief sort of cameo appearance at the end of the show. But right now it seems like because they aren't going to trouble the High Council with this matter because they'll just have to bring it to the Senate and then it'll become this whole blown out of proportion thing, we might not see Uriel Poof, Yoda, Yaddle, because they're all probably already on the council. Maybe even Plo Koon as well. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. Vegas Gamer says they need this show to they need to show his face, before the ending of the episode. They kept ending these episodes so quickly. I don't think they needed to show his face before the episode ended. That's a little, revealing too much. Talk about a cliffhanger. Let's be honest. We've had some incredible cliffhangers in Star Wars. The one that comes to mind is, of course, Ahsoka Episode 4, where she dies, goes into the world between worlds, and meets her freaking master, Anakin Skywalker, in live action for the first time. That is probably the greatest cliffhanger. The greatest cliffhanger. I'm talking about in shows, because talking about greatest cliffhangers, Empire Strikes Back, of course, comes to mind. But this is up there. This is one of the best, I must say. Talk about anticipation. For the next 6 days, 7 days really, we're going to sit here and talk about this for the next 6 days. This might control the online media cycle for at least Star Wars for the next 6 days. Just this cliffhanger. And that's awesome. Is it Qimir? Is it not? How the hell is this guy so powerful if the Jedi don't even know about him? The Jedi, we're talking about these splinter Jedi groups, characters that are able to, characters that leave the Jedi Order and start their own Jedi Order. That seems to be a problem, at least a problem that they know about. It never once does it cross their mind that the Sith have returned, because it's been so long. And now these Jedi in the forest are aware, at least a red lightsaber wielding badass is sitting there in front of them. And now that it's not Plo Koon, there's a possibility that all those Jedi could die. All of them. All of them. Which is absolutely bonkers. Insane. Yeah. Oh, Kari BT Beef with a very generous $2 holla says, so will the flashbacks be in the next episode? I actually don't think so. I don't think the flashbacks will be until episode 6 maybe, or even 7. A lot of fans were commenting about how the episode 3, which was last week's with the flashbacks, and the upcoming 7th episode, or not upcoming, but the 7th episode, are directed by the same person. And that leads us to believe that possibly both those episodes are flashbacks, and they allowed the same director to deal with the flashbacks. But that would mean we would go another 2 more weeks without the flashbacks and explaining what truly happened on Brendok, which is kind of a bummer. But now I would way rather see this fight in the forest than those flashbacks. So honestly, the scales are sort of going all over the place. Before this episode, I wanted to see the flashbacks immediately, see what happened with Kelnacca, who killed the witches, what really went down. And now I'd way rather see this fight scene in the forest. But I appreciate it. Very generous $2 holla. Brady says, I wonder if Kelnacca put up a fight. It didn't look like it. It really didn't. It might have been that he just caught him by surprise. It might have been. Because he's just sitting in his chair. Or unless he threw him in his chair or something like that. Was it Ki-Adi-Mundi? No. I seriously doubt it, because we went over this in the live stream earlier. Ki-Adi-Mundi is not old enough to be in this show, or he's definitely not that old. So I doubt it. It's probably just another of his species, which kind of sets up Plo Koon to be the same there too. Yeah. Kind of a bummer. But still cool. It's cool to see all these same species in Star Wars show up in a different time period. That's kind of what's really cool about this. Like I said, while they were at the Jedi Temple, you could see behind May and Osha and Sol, when they're having that conversation, you can see the same species of the baby from the Bad Batch. I believe his name was what the hell is his name? Chat, help me out. What was the baby's name in the Bad Batch? The Force-sensitive baby on Mount Tantus. It started with a B. I know that for a fact. But it was the same species as that character, which was pretty cool. Bam? No, it wasn't Bam. But it was close to Bam, something like that. Baron. Yes, Baron. Yeah, thanks. Baron. Baron, indeed. No, not Omega. Baron. Not Omega. Baron. It was the same species as Baron, but as a Jedi at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, which was pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff in the background of this episode that I'm gonna have to go back and watch very closely. This episode was fire. Agree with that. He did it while he was getting water and she was resting. He changed while he was getting water? No, because he comes back and gets trapped in the trap. And he's not wearing the new outfit. He's not wearing a metal mask, at least from what I noticed. Maybe Qimir killed Kelnacca when he left to go get water. Oh, that's what you're saying. He went and killed Kelnacca when he went to get water. I don't think so, because he said it was 10 minutes south. And 10 minutes didn't go by there. 10 minutes south? I don't think so. A lot of twists and turns in this episode, I must say. May having the change of heart after seeing that Osha's still alive and then trapping Qimir and saying, I'm just going to leave. How's he going to find me on this planet? And then immediately finds her. Yeah. TJ, what's up? TJ, it's been a while. Says, hope you're doing well, dude. I'm doing great. How you doing? Samuel says, I don't think the guy is Plo Koon. Yeah, you might be right on that one. Thanks to Star Wars. Swagger Like Us says, Wookiee has tears shed. R.I.P. Oh, Wookiee, we are tears shed? What? I'm confused. Dominic says, Qimir is way too suspicious. I am on the side that he is a Sith Lord. I am too. At first I wasn't. Before tonight's episode, I was not. But now, I think I am. I think it's hard to, yeah. It's got to be him. At this point, like, all signs point to Qimir. All signs. Merkson says, as soon as the fight starts, it ends just as fast. So yes, the directors and producers are very dumb. Well, that's not dumb at all. That's called a cliffhanger. We've seen that many times in Star Wars. Like we just talked about. One of the greatest Star Wars movies ever is a cliffhanger. Actually, the two top Star Wars movies for me personally. Revenge of the Sith is technically a big-ass cliffhanger with Order 66. Lord of Hunger says, the cliffhanger made the episode... Oh, I already read that. Kay says, he probably gets down as soon as she was out of sight. He already killed Kelnacca from before. So you think when he went to scout this planet is when he killed Kelnacca? And everything we're seeing is sort of from before? I don't know, because they make a point to show us Kelnacca at the beginning of the episode, making food or whatever he's doing. And actually, I'm going to have to go back and watch, but isn't there like suspiciously creepy music playing at the beginning of the episode when we see Kelnacca? Interesting. This is one I really can't wait to go back and watch, honestly, after this live stream. Benny says, he kind of glided down from the trees. He's most likely using the Force. Yeah, but we don't really see that much in Star Wars. Actually, rarely ever. We've seen characters catch themselves using the Force right before they hit the ground. But like to float down like that, we never usually see that. Obviously, this ending was to establish that this character, whomever it is, Darth Zipperface, is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Just flicks Osha to the side, pushes all 8 Jedi back, but he also floats down like it's nothing from the sky. And he killed Kelnacca already. So boom, 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 boom. This guy's badass. And he's scary as fuck, too. So he's pretty wild, I must say. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for next week's episode. Can't wait. And by the way, right now, 39% is still in the lead of you loved this episode. That's what we like to see. We need episode 5 ASAP. I agree with that. Not to mention the amount of end credits they show take up an extra 8 minutes or so. Yeah, the runtime thing, I mean, the cliffhanger was coming regardless. If this episode was an hour long, at the 59-minute mark, we would have got this cliffhanger. If this was 10 minutes long, at the 9.5-minute mark, we would have got this cliffhanger. The runtime for this episode does not change the fact that this cliffhanger ends the same way that it ends. And obviously the credits are there because of the people who worked on the show. It doesn't change. The credits aren't just not there with The Mandalorian and are here for Ahsoka. The Acolyte. Yeah. The hands look too big to be Qimir's. All right, now we're getting technical, and I like it. Let's dissect this entire thing. How can it not be Qimir? Let's talk that, because I think it's Qimir. And please tell me how it's not, because I want to know. I love how the first line is Jecki, and she says, "What is that?" Not "who is that?" Not, "Oh my God, creepy helmeted masked dude," or "What the heck is that?" It's, "What is that?" Just like as calm as possible. What is that? Then we get a look at him, walking slowly up to Osha. Osha's freaking paused. I think Yord says, "Identify yourself." Somebody says, "Identify yourself." And then Yord screams, "Stand down." May looks on from inside. May pants. I'm watching the closed captioning now. We get a really close-up look. That is creepy as balls. I wish I could show you guys this, but Disney blacks out my screen. That's pretty wild. If you guys catch anything, please tell me. The helmet's very scratched up. Osha looks like she just pooped her pants as the lightsaber ignites, and I would too. And then all the Jedi ignite. Osha run. They rush forward, flicks her to the side, and pushes all the Jedi back. That's fucking wild. We get a good look at his hand here, though. Looks human, obviously. Doesn't look like he has a glove on. And his hand, it is dark out there, but it looks darker. Like darker skin tone-wise than Qimir would be. Interesting. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. What a good ending. Need episode 5 now. Couldn't agree more. Darth Conan says, could it be the guy that May was with that was hung upside down? Qimir, yes. He's the only one who knew this warrior. Yeah, they both sort of knew the warrior, for sure. How does a cliffhanger equate a filler? I don't know. I want next week's episode so bad. Me too. Lords of Hunger says, not Bad Batch filler, of course, but it just feels like it could have been, this could have been a longer episode. Yeah, obviously. But this is kind of how you look at it if you're sort of the mind of working at Lucasfilm. You have an 8-episode show. You need to cut this story into 8 episodes while also wanting fans to want more and come back for more. So around episode 4, which is, by the way, the first 4 episodes you're going to give the critics to, you're going to give the craziest cliffhanger that's going to take over the internet for the next 6 days. The entire news week is going to be all about who the hell is this guy? How is he so powerful? All this. And then the next week, you're going to have this massive lightsaber duel in the forest, all about just awesomeness. Because in the trailer, we've already seen Sol versus this guy. It's very brief, but we saw it. We see Jecki versus this guy. It's very brief, but we saw it. Interestingly enough, they have not gone into Kelnacca's house yet. And in the fight sequence between Jecki and this Sith, you have Jecki using 2 lightsabers, and one of them is Kelnacca's. But they haven't gone inside the house yet. Maybe she just got pushed back into the house, honestly, right through the door, and finds the lightsaber. Could be possible. Maybe all those Jedi just got knocked out, and they sort of wake up one at a time and just start getting killed. Could happen, too. I think what's highly likely is next week's episode opens with Sol sort of waking up off the ground, and he's kind of coming to. He just got knocked out, and he's seeing as the sort of 5 cannon fodder Jedi that they brought along with them are getting sliced and diced by this Sith Lord. And he's coming to. Jecki's nowhere to be seen, probably inside, knocked out, trying to find the Wookiee, Kelnacca's lightsaber. Yord's probably knocked out too. So the important people are knocked out. Sol comes to. He gets his one-on-one with this dude. Maybe he dies. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. And then we get Jecki's one-on-one too. Like, it might be a massacre next week. That's all I'm saying. It might be a Jedi massacre. After watching how powerful that dude just was for the brief 2 seconds we just saw him, it might be a massacre. No corn dogs, though, I must say. Chat was getting hyped up for some corn dogs. I don't know why, but no corn dogs. I could go for a corn dog right now, I'm not going to lie. Darth Lopez says, it all makes sense now how they figured out the rule of 2. Not yet. I wouldn't say, like, this explains the rule of 2. But we're getting close. I think it's sort of leading to that, yeah. Jason says, none of this so far is a big deal to Yoda, so far who has been the only one hanging on the thread for 800 years now. Well, Yoda hasn't been alerted to this. It's made clear in this episode that Yoda's and the High Council are not going to be made aware of this, and they're going to try to sort of keep it a secret from them. Definitely not getting Yoda, but I'm glad they addressed that the High Council's not going to be involved. Yeah, I'm glad they addressed that too. And it makes full sense, because the High Council's already corrupted by the politics. They'd have to go through the Senate, and it would become a bigger deal than it has to be, and all faith would sort of be lost in the Jedi's ability to keep the peace. Yeah. Episode will hardly show any fighting, so don't get hyped. They ruined it a ton in the last 2 episodes release. What are you talking about? Next episode's going to have a shit ton of fighting. I can guarantee you that. Knights of Melvin has joined us. Where? I haven't seen Melvin in a while. Melvin, we miss you. Is Star Wars still here? I don't think so. They left a while ago. They had some other business to attend to. Still bummed that we won't get Yoda. We could get Yoda at the end of the show still, and it would be a brief cameo, but it's probably less likely now. At least it won't be. Maybe. Lee says, was that a young Ki-Adi-Mundi and Plo Koon? No and no. Ki-Adi-Mundi's not old enough to be in this show, and Plo Koon, actually, for those of you who weren't here, before we started the episode around 8:45, Star Wars, the official Star Wars account, came into the chat and gave us some pretty crazy information that it was not Plo Koon, because we were asking them questions, will Kelnacca die, which they refused to answer because he did die, and will Plo Koon be in the episode? And they said, ha ha ha, no Plo Koon. And then they explained to us something that they said that they never told anybody yet, but it's not Plo Koon. It's a character named Ethia Pan, played by Barbara Fadden, I believe. Just trying to remember. So it's a new Keldor character. It's not Plo Koon, which is kind of a bummer, but he's probably on the High Council with Yoda anyway. Yeah. Game-changing episode next week? Oh, yeah. I mean, this episode obviously is going to ramp it up, get people excited to watch next week's episode. But if next week's episode delivers with this insane lightsaber sequence in the forest, and somehow, like, how are they going to explain if Master Soul survives this? Or how's the show even going to go if he doesn't? Like, what then? How does that happen? So I really don't know, but it's going to be really interesting. I can't wait. I'm glad they're leaving the fight for next time, which means we get a full episode to deal with it. Yeah. This episode obviously had a lot to deal with before the fight happened. And if it was just a 40-minute episode, so it was only like 5 minutes later, then we would have only gotten a 5-minute fight. Because next week, I think we could be getting a lot more. In the credits, it says Ki-Adi-Mundi? No way. Are you serious? Does it really say Ki-Adi-Mundi? Earlier, we were trying to look up whether or not he could be alive. And maybe it was Legends. Oh, no, what? Go back. Maybe it was Legends, but from what we saw, it Are you lying to me? Are you lying to me? Let's see. Boom. Not on that page. Supervisors. All right, I'm looking through the credits right now. Hang on. Supervisors, directors, artists. I'm looking for actors here. Visual effects, no. Cameraman, no. If somebody finds it, throw it in the Discord. Somebody throw it in the Discord. Not seeing it. If anyone can find that, unless this guy was just messing with me, throw it in the Discord. I'll check after the stream. Just don't want to bore you guys by watching me scroll through this. But that'd be crazy. Zipperface is a woman. His shoulders give it away. Her shoulders give it away. I don't know. I don't think so. Samuel says, I don't want another flashback episode, but but apparently episode 5 is going to be that. Nobody's seen episode 5, so we don't know for a fact. And I think they'll actually push back the flashbacks because I don't think we go from that cliffhanger to having to wait 2 weeks to see what actually happened. That would be an absolute bummer. So is it confirmed that Qimir is the Sith? Not confirmed, but I mean, let's be honest, guys. Who else could it be at this point? I think those bug creatures are probably going to come back to bite them in the ass. There's some other things in this forest that don't seem very friendly, to say the least. It was a good episode. Loved it. Nice. Whomever did the editing needs to watch the old serials to know how to make a cliffhanger. What do you mean? Qimir is more than he appears. Oh, 100%. He's always sort of been that way, though. From the start. Oh, wait, for real? 3042 in the credits. 3042. Master Qimir Mundi. I wish I could show you guys this. How do I show you guys this? How do I show you? Hang on, let me take a picture with my phone. Hang on. Oh wow, what a terrible. There's stuff on my lens, but oh, and it's gonna be backwards, isn't it? Whatever, guys, go to. Hang on, let's try and put it into focus. Focus on the camera, not me. Whatever. It says all the in order of appearance: Master Lakshai, Master Holden, Master Qimir Mundi, and a Jedi Knight, unnamed. That's wild. I thought he wasn't gonna be old enough. Wow. So it's not Plo Koon, but it's Qimir Mundi? A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. That's awesome. I didn't think that was going to be him, actually. So this is him before he's on the High Council. That's pretty cool. That's pretty wild. Great catch. Whoever caught that, fantastic catch. Kay says, good grief. Can haters please come in with a legitimate criticism rather than a simple thing like trash or shill? I mean, no, they can't. I think it was great. Me too, Miles. They need to make these 4 1-hour episodes instead of 30 minutes. It's not doing it for me. It's not the run times. Obviously, the story needs to be told the way that it wants. So it's like if you have an hour-long episode, if it's dragged on and it's not a good story, then who cares? But if it's 30 minutes, it's concise, it's to the point, then it's great. Think about like the Bad Batch. Yes, it's 16 episodes, which is a little bit different. But even like the finale of the Bad Batch is so good, and it's about 30 minutes. The Mandalorian, I believe, season 2's finale, or maybe season 1, I forget. One of them is only 30 minutes, and it's amazing. The cliffhanger was badly edited? What do you mean? It's not Qimir, though? So now we got some people thinking it's not Qimir. All right, let me end this poll. We're going to end this poll because it almost has 200 votes on it. Let's see this. Let's end this poll, and we're going to put up a new one. Praising the cliffhanger like it's what people wanted, LOL. People want a full fight scene. Not that, yes, it was very cool, a little bit showed, but a huge force push at the end. Well, here's the thing. We knew this fight scene was coming. We really thought that it would maybe be the end-all, be-all of the show and the finale. This fight sequence happening at the halfway mark from episode 4 into episode 5 means that something way bigger is happening here, and we're going to get a lot more cool things going in the back half of this season. But it's not that we were looking forward to a cliffhanger. It's more so that this episode was great and it had a cliffhanger. Let's pull this up. Is the Sith Lord, or supposed Sith Lord, Qimir? I'll put Sith Lord in quotations for you, just for the people who are going to come in and go, he's not a Sith Lord. He's not confirmed to be a Sith Lord. Is the Sith Lord Qimir? Yes or no? Yes or no? Oh, Vegas Gaming with a very generous $2 holla says, Zipperface looks strong. I'd rather have 5 1-hour episodes, though. I understand that, but again, if it's better to be shorter, if they can tell the story better in a shorter amount of time, then who cares? Think about the perfect example of that is Tales of the Jedi. Tales of the Jedi is 10-minute episodes, 15-minute episodes, and it's a freaking fantastic show. It's some of the best stuff. Wow, this poll is not going the way that I thought it was going to go. Only 59% of you guys, it's almost 60-40 right now. 60% saying no, it's not Qimir. If it's not Qimir, then who is it? He did the Mary Poppins at the end. Yeah, that's true. Darth Mary Poppins. Indeed. All right, let me scroll back up to the top here. Holy Sith, that was awesome. That's awesome. I might actually steal that. I'll give you credit. Don't worry about it. Lee says, that was the first time I tuned into your channel. Love the vibes here. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Lee. I appreciate it quite a bit. Shark Boy says he's reading past comments. Yeah, I like to read everybody's comment to an extent. Obviously, we get hundreds of comments. I try to reach at least everybody at least once or twice or whatever it may be. But sometimes when it scrolls down to the bottom, all the older messages are gone forever. So I kind of have to keep up with it and not let it scroll to the bottom. So sometimes when it does, some of them go away. So I apologize, but I do try to get to all of you guys. I'd be very okay with the Jedi being a young Ki-Adi-Mundi. Well, turns out that it is. That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Lee says, was that a young Ki-Adi-Mundi in Plo Koon? Well, I told you no, but apparently it is Plo Koon. I mean, not Plo Koon, sorry. Hang on. It's not Plo Koon, but it is Ki-Adi-Mundi. Yeah. Jason says, I'm sorry, but this isn't Star Wars until it understands better the Star Wars hero's journey. Okay, Jason, let me put it this way. Star Wars has had hero's journeys involved in the story. Luke Skywalker is the definition of a hero's journey. Like, look up hero's journey. It should be a picture of Luke Skywalker. Another example of that is like Harry Potter. That's a hero's journey. But you look at the prequel trilogy, that's not a hero's journey. You look at some of the stories like The Mandalorian or whatever it may be. It's not always Star Wars equals hero's journey. There's some more differing stories going on in the Star Wars universe. But I get where you're coming from. Mandalorian Legion says, someone check the credits if that was Ki-Adi-Mundi. Well, we already did. Can you put the entire episode on so we can all watch it together? Sadly, no. I would love to do it that way, but when you turn on Disney Plus, it's a black screen like this. So this is actually the credits where it says Ki-Adi-Mundi right here. What was on my phone is on the screen right now, but it's just a black screen. So obviously it makes sense because Disney wants views and they don't want to lose out on money. So people would just come to watch my stream instead of watching it on Disney Plus. So it makes perfect sense. But it would be a lot easier if I could just show the show, I must say. Master Soul is sitting on some dark secrets. I'm sure he can keep this one quiet too. That's true. This episode does sort of explain that Soul's keeping some secrets. And what's interesting is when they come on Kelnacca's house, or they're about to make it to Kelnacca's house, he looks off into the distance, senses something. We have a whole moment there. And then somebody comes up to him, Osha maybe, and says, what's going on? And he says, nothing. Oh, nothing, whatever. But it's weird. Soul's hiding something, I think, for sure. Yeah. Thanks, Maria. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that Plo Koon character, their name, maybe it's a girl, I'm not too sure. Ithia sounds like a girl's name if I were just to guess. But Ithia Pan is that Keldor Jedi in the forest, which honestly, because it's not Plo Koon, is probably means he's gonna die. Probably means that. Yeah. Darth Shredder says, Darth Shredder, like Shredder from Ninja Turtles. That's awesome. Darth Shredder says, didn't they show some artifacts of the Witch Coven in Kelnacca's home in the opening scene? Need to rewatch. Yeah, they focused on that, which is really strange. Why did they focus on that? Maybe Kelnacca stole the witch's ship. That might come into play in the flashbacks. That's how he escapes. But the Jedi knew where he was. The Jedi knew he was in hiding on Kofar, which is also interesting. Huh. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. They focused on the witch's sort of carving or whatever on the ship. That is true. I wonder why they did that. Christopher says, loved it. Great episode with the cliffhanger ending. Agree with that. I agree with that. Nothing has been explained about Yoda. He's a very magical character we know little about. Yeah, his backstory is still a mystery, which is cool. It should stay that way. So who do you think the main villain is? Prime time. I'll get to your question, but I can't have you spamming that in the chat. No spams in the chat. We know that. But who do I think the main villain is? That's a great question. If you're talking about like who's the Sith Master, I think it's Plagueis or Tenebrous, but I'm leaning more Plagueis. Do I think he'll be revealed to the Jedi? Absolutely not. No, he won't. The Acolyte should have been Sith-centered. I mean, it kind of is. It gives you both perspectives of May's story and the Jedi's side of the story. But you're saying like only Sith-centered? It would be better to do that in a different time with more Sith. Like before the Rule of Two. Yeah. Darth Zipperface entrances is one of the coolest, creepiest character intros I can remember in Star Wars. It's definitely the creepiest. I mean, when you think creepy, you can't really think of much characters in Star Wars. There's no real creepy entrances. And he does it very well. I got to give credit where credit is due. Michael Abels, huge shout out to Michael Abels for the soundtrack in this show. Insane. Absolutely insane. And just the creepy vibes. Like when even Osha touches the bug on the tree, not little, it was a massive bug on the tree, touches the bug on the tree, just the creepiness. Or when the little girl in the first episode, oh, there's a fly in here. Missed it. Just the soundtrack is unbelievable. So huge shout out to Michael Abels. Brady says, but going back to what David said, Darth Zipperface's entrance is one of the coolest. It is one of the coolest, but I mean, Vader's entrance is so damn cool. There's some others I just can't really think of them. Oh, Darth Maul's in The Phantom Menace. There's some incredible entrances in Star Wars, but this one it is pretty high on the list. But it's not really his entrance. He was in episode 1, so yeah. No, they are not women because May says he is here. But she doesn't really know who's under the mask either, so they have no idea. Yeah. Darth Zipperface is OP, man. Floating down and pushing them all, he is very overpowered. That is true. Oh, Dave with the very generous $5 holla says, loved this one. My daughter did too. Didn't it seem like Zipperface recognized Osha? Did Osha recognize Zipperface too? We paused it. Definitely man. Wait, we paused it. Definitely man arms? Oh, it's definitely man arms. Okay. First of all, thank you for the very generous $5 holla. And did Zipperface recognize Osha? It seemed like he did. Why else would he not just kill her immediately? Like, she was standing right in front of her. Instead of igniting the lightsaber and putting it up to her, he could have just stabbed her right through the stomach. But did Osha recognize Zipperface? I don't think so. She looked absolutely just terrified for her life. So I don't think so. But maybe. Maybe. You posted the image on the general's feed of the Discord. Okay, if you guys are not in the Discord, there's a Discord link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go check that out immediately. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Mandalorian Legion coming in clutch here. Appreciate it. Let's zoom out. Oh, or zoom in. Zoom out. There we go. Boom. Master Ki-Adi-Mundi. That's pretty awesome. You love to see that. Played by Derek Arnold. That is so cool. That's awesome. You love to see it. You love to see it. When announced, I was hoping that the Acolyte series was going to be from the Sith's perspective. Again, that would be cool if there was more Sith around. Like if it was an old Republic Sith perspective show where there's a bunch of Sith and they're all sort of having their own civil war. That would be more cool. But if you're having it from the Sith perspective in this show, there's not going to be much action. You know? Not going to be much action. Catherine, what's up? How did he screenshot that? It looks like he just took a picture with his phone. Picture of a picture. Not too sure. Grogu was huge for Disney Star Wars. Oh, Grogu was huge for Star Wars in general. I mean, think about it. You're coming off the sequel trilogy, which clearly divided the fandom, and you're opening up your new streaming platform called Disney Plus, and you're opening it with this show called The Mandalorian, where Star Wars is at this very strange point where the fandom is extremely divided, like I just said. And you introduce this character. It's a big risk because it's a Yoda species, which we don't know much about, and he's a baby. Huge risk. And man, did that pay off. Grogu is one of the coolest things to happen in recent Star Wars. Mother Coral is Darth Zipperface. You still think so? By the way, this poll is 50-50, right down the middle right now. 50-50 exactly, with 66 votes in. That means 30 to 33 to 33. 66 votes, nice. Executing the order. Nice. I recognized Ki-Adi-Mundi with the head from anywhere. Well, I obviously recognized him, but I just thought it was a different member of his species. Didn't realize they were going to make a young Ki-Adi-Mundi in this. That's pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. All right, by the way, I just caught up to this poll that says, what did you think of episode 4? 39% of you loved it. 23% is second with liked it. 23% is tied, I guess, with meh. And only 12% of you hated it, which, guys, last week, it was the majority of you hated it. Now, of course, that was a very skewed poll, but yeah. We're glad to be on this side of it. Yeah. Oh, just scroll down to the bottom. Are you kidding me? The Irish Potato, what's up? Says Mike, Plagueis is a mun, so the head isn't tall enough. No, I'm not saying Plagueis is under that mask. I'm just saying Plagueis is the master to whoever is under that mask. Like, this is just the apprentice we're fighting here in the forest. That Zipperface is just the apprentice. Plagueis is the master. I don't think Plagueis is under that mask. No. I do not. Soul felt that Kelnacca DIE. Oh, maybe that's what it was. So Soul felt Kelnacca DIE, and that's what he was looking out at. That makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, great catch. Who would have guessed? You said off, but no worries. May would have changed a heart in this. Have a change of heart in this episode. Honestly, not me. After she murdered 2 Jedi in the first one, I was not expecting her to. And we saw a creepy child version of May be creepy in the third episode. I did not expect her to go change of heart this episode, that's for sure. But now it's not really looking too good for her. She doesn't really have the chance to go rejoin the Jedi at this point. Or not rejoin, but join the Jedi. Benny says he wasn't hiding. Communication stopped for years before the council said. That makes sense. That makes sense. But he secluded himself on Kofar after what happened 16 years ago on Brendok. So, yeah, that makes sense. So it's more like he's a Torben type character. Because Torben went into a meditation for 10 years. No worries, Primetime Videos. It's funny that your name is Primetime Videos and your Wi-Fi sucks. Ironic. It's hilarious. I can expect, wait, what? Oh, okay. Never mind. Mike, Zipperface intros is up there with Balin's intro in Ahsoka Episode 1. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Balin's intro. Balin's intro is great, too. He comes onto the... Balin gets a hallway scene almost immediately. Now, it's not like to the level of Luke or Anakin's hallway scenes, but... Or Vader's hallway scene, or Maul's hallway scene, even. But it is good. Steven says, that was a damn good episode. Indeed it was. I'm going to have to rewatch it again, but I think my right off the bat score is about 8.5. Yeah. But again, I'll have to watch it again, so we'll see. We'll see if my ranking has changed by the time of the breakdown. By the way, it's super hilarious to hear you call him Darth Zipperface. Well, that's his name. I mean, until he's given a name, he needs a name. So Darth Zipperface is it for now. And huge shout out to Qui-Gon's Ghost for coming up with that one. So Zipperface knocked Osha out of the way, so I wondered what he has in store for Osha. That brings up a good point here. That brings up a big thing. This... is it this one?
Star Wars.
This trailer that was released about a week ago, or maybe a little bit more, 11 days ago, has this scene here. This is Darth Zipperface's lightsaber. This is after the events of what happens in the forest, and this is Osha, not May. Osha. Osha is here with the Sith Lord. So maybe he captures her, escapes with her. I'm not too sure. But this is Osha with the lightsaber on what looks to be Arc 2 in the background. This is wild. Wild. Insane stuff. What's going on with the darkness switch up in the weather? Is that the dark side itself, maybe? Super powerful Sith or an eclipse? No, it was just the sun going down. I mean, they were alluding to the sun going down the entire episode. It's going down in 3 hours. It's going down in 10 minutes. They were really talking about the sun going down. And it's just so perfect timing that when the Sith arrives is when the sun goes down. It's kind of just like a sort of plot device type thing. It's cool. It's like a timer almost. Like in Ahsoka episode 4, when they're trying to stop the bad guys, the Morgan Elsbeth and Balin, from getting off of the planet and going into hyperspace. There's a literal timer going the entire time. And the timer in this episode was pretty much the sun going down. Rose, what's up? Why did Darth Zipperface not kill Osha? That's a great question. I don't know. It seems like he obviously had the chance to. He already killed Kelnacca. I have no clue. I really don't. It's pretty wild. The Irish Potato says, if they're following the dates, I think that Plagueis is old enough for this, just barely. I think so too. I think Plagueis will be in there. Yeah. My score of the episodes so far are, my score of all episodes is 5,426. Oh, of all episodes of Star Wars? Or of what? That was a 9 out of 10 for me. All right, before we get on out of here, now that we got all you guys in here, let's rank this episode out of 10 one last time. Rank it out of 10 before we get on out of here, because I got to go make this breakdown video, because I got a lot to break down in this one, that's for sure. Absolutely wild. Again, huge shout out to Kari BTB, Vegas Gamer, and David for the very generous super chats. I appreciate it quite a bit. You know I do. Oh, for the series? But we haven't seen episode 5 and 6 yet. What are you talking about? Oh, okay, I get you. I think I get you, but I'm not too sure, actually. I don't get you at all. Yeah, sorry. I tried. Darth Shredder says, why does the big bad want 4 specific Jedi to be dead? If you take May's revenge out of the question, why them? It has to be Mother Coral or somebody from that fire. Ooh. Darth Shredder, that you are the first person to actually make me think that it could possibly be Mother Coral. Damn. You caught me there. That's a great point. That is a great point. Why would this master care about May's revenge tour? Unless they were also involved in what happened on Brendok. But what's... May's powerful with the Force. She would be able to sense if it was Mother Coral under there. You know? And not even that, why would Mother Coral again become a Sith Lord and wield a red lightsaber if she has the ability to wield magic? Then again... I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, Venestra's superpower is telekinesis and a psychic power. So if it's not Coral, then it could be Master Venestra. But Master Venestra is green. We can see this character's hands. They're not green. So Plagueis might be the main master because they did it with Ki-Adi-Mundi. Now all of our thoughts are going to go, if he's too young, are all gone now. That's true. Because Ki-Adi-Mundi technically, I don't think, had a birth date in Star Wars, canon at least. And now he probably does. Interesting. All right, let's see where you guys ranked this show, or this episode about. 9, 8.5, 10, 10, 9, 7.9, 7, 8, 10, 6, 9, 8, 8.5, 8, 8, 10 was the ending though. Nice. Nice. He wants the Force dyad with May and Osha. I don't think so. I don't think they have that. 9, 9, 7, 8.25. Nice. Honestly, screw the haters. Yeah. You and me both. You and me both. 3 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Nice. That one Jedi Mundi isn't supposed to be alive yet. That's what I thought. I mean, we did our research, but we did it very slowly and horribly. But if we look up, let's just look it up right now. How old is Ki-Adi-Mundi when he dies? So he was born in the year 93 BBY. As according to Legends. Hang on, go to canon. Legends. That's Legends. Hang on. It only says when he dies. In canon, he's got no birth date. In Legends, it says he's born in the year 93 BBY, but in canon, there's no birth date. So I guess they're establishing one now because he was alive and in that show. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. How many kids does Ki-Adi-Mundi have? A lot, because he has like 7 wives or something like that because his species is dying off. Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. You're welcome. New subscriber, but already loving your channel. Can't wait for the rest of the season with you. I appreciate that, Kari. I appreciate it quite a bit, and I'm glad you're here. If someone from the fire... Wait, it's someone from the fire. Go to one of the previews. You can hear a man's voice talking about how they killed her sisters. What? Go to one of the previews. You're going to have to be more specific than that. There's 1,000 freaking trailers for this show. Okay, by the way, let's end this poll first. Wow, this poll is awfully close. 51% to 49, I guess 48, but 49%. With almost 100 votes in, we're almost 50-50 down the middle that we think that this Sith Lord is Qimir. Honestly, I thought this episode, more than ever, led me to believe that Qimir is the Sith Lord. It's Ki-Adi-Mundi is in the credits. Oh, it's 100% Ki-Adi-Mundi. Yeah, that's without a doubt. We just saw in the credits. A lot of you still think it's the mother with the horns, Mother Coral. Interesting. Very interesting. That's going to be a fun topic for discussion on Thursday's live stream and maybe in tomorrow's breakdown video or tonight's breakdown video, whatever you want to call it. All right, guys, I got to get on out of here. I got to start making this breakdown video. So huge shout out to all of you guys for being here. I appreciate you all so much. What a great episode. Ki-Adi-Mundi, young Ki-Adi-Mundi, and the cliffhanger of the frickin' century. Not really. That's an over-exaggeration. But a great cliffhanger nonetheless. And the hype begins for next week's episode. I appreciate you guys so much. So much. And I love seeing all these new faces in here, by the way. A lot of them. Darth Shredder says, by the way, new to your channel. Nice to see not every YouTuber is a toxic hater. Well, I appreciate that, Darth Shredder, and that's kind of why I'm here. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. But I appreciate you. All right. Smash a like on the stream if you have not yet. Hit that subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video in my pretty face. I'll show them the recommended feed of yours. Watch out for a breakdown video. It's currently 10:30 p.m. If I can't get this breakdown video out by 6 in the morning, what the hell's wrong with me? There you go. What's wrong with me? Hopefully watch out for that breakdown video. If I can get it out by 4 a.m., I might do it. Just kind of see how it works, how it goes. So watch out for that breakdown video in about 6 hours. 6, 7, 8 hours. Hopefully it doesn't take me 6 hours to make a breakdown video, guys. But we'll see. It takes me a while. I'm going to have to go pee first. Going to have to go get something to eat, get my energy boosted. It's going to be a long night. But I appreciate you guys. Smash a like on this video. All that fun stuff. Watch out for the breakdown video. Whew, what a great episode. I was kind of getting worried that this episode was not going to be it. and I was going to have to deal with just a week of disaster, like absolute disaster in the fandom. But don't have to worry about that because this episode was freaking fantastic. But may the Force be with you, always. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate every last one of you more than you will ever know. Whew. Wow. This was a stream for the record books too. What a crazy day. Star Wars, the official Star Wars page was in our chat before the show started. So if you want to talk with the official Star Wars account, get in here early for these streams, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. This is absolutely wild. If you have not yet smashed a like on this stream, hit that subscribe. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Great rest of your lives. And good night, everybody.